Hey guys, I said that I was going to do a video about my MG ZS, and now I finally got it back on the road. I thought I'd do like a quick video. It's not going to be a long video, but it's just basically about my MG because it's been off the road now for nearly 4 years, which is really a long time for a car like this just to be sat doing nothing. My reasons behind it were just mainly finances, and I had another vehicle at the time, so I basically had other transport, other commitments. But now I finally got it back on the road, I can do some like proper, like actual videos describing basically like the power, what it's like to drive, things like that really. Also like the things that I love about this car and the things that I absolutely can't stand about the car. I'll be doing lots of things in the future, such as upgrades to like the power, to the bodywork, you know, things like wheels and stuff like that. It's going to take some time, but I'm going to enjoy doing it, and I'm going to enjoy bringing you guys along for the ride as well. So, I'm going to get going now because I'm just going to get a haircut. I'm not sure if you can hear the engine in the video, but it's a V6 engine, so it sounds pretty nice. It doesn't have an induction kit on anymore because it was a cheap one. Basically, it was just a cone filter, and the problem with that is that it actually caused the car to have less power. Basically, when you're taking away, when setting off from a junction and you put your foot flat to the floor, this car standard has like a flat spot as it is. So the flat spot's up to about 3,000 RPM, and when I put on this cone air filter, it actually stopped. It actually caused more of a restriction to the air intake, so it actually made the car slower, and it used a hell of a lot more fuel as well. Which means basically you know that's why you should always pick things up like a proper K&N filter and things like that, and not just use the cheap garbage that you can get from Halfords or some things like that. So yeah, I took that mod off. It was just a cheap one that somebody gave me because they were using it on their car, and they said, oh, I'm not using it anymore, and now I think I know why they didn't use it anymore. So it's back to the standard airbox. That's something I want to be getting. I want to get a forced induction for this car, ramp up the power, because standard it's called the 180, which stands for 180 horsepower. But standard it actually has 174 horsepower, not 180. Now with a few modifications such as the induction kit, the full exhaust system, which I want as a duplex system on this car, basically full stainless steel exhaust system, induction kit, get the car remapped, the ECU remapped, and it will be probably up to about 200, maybe just a tad over 200 horsepower. That's pretty nice. It's that will remove that flat spot that I was telling you about as well, which is before 3,000 RPM, so it should start to shift then as well. The other nice thing with having these modifications is the sound. This car is it's quite quiet really. I mean, I can hear the engine and it sounds nice because it's a V6 engine. But there's no exhaust note as per se. The exhaust that's currently on the car shouldn't be on the car. It's a long story, but when I bought the car, this is how long that I've been waiting to do these modifications to this car. When I first bought the car, like nearly 7 years ago, it had an exhaust on that wasn't for this car. It wasn't for an MG or a Rover, because MG is derived from Rover. It just had on a generic exhaust back box, and it was basically blowing, so I had it welded up. Recently, when I put it back on the road, there was basically nothing left of the back box, so they've had to weld it up a hell of a lot. They've put loads of weld on it, and because it was blowing, And now it sounds pretty quiet again, but I think it's blowing again. I need to really get the exhaust system booked in rather soon and get that put on. But I don't want just one single side. I want it to be a duplex system, two exhaust exits. I think it would look cooler on the back end, and it would sound nicer as well. So I'm going to give it just a little bit of a welly here and see if you can hear it. Yeah, some guy didn't like that. I went flying past him and he just looked at me like, "Boy racer, what are you doing? You can't be doing that. That's dangerous. I'm going to report you." Well, I wasn't speeding, I was just accelerating rather harshly. Even still, I mean, it's a nice car. I like to just drive around. You get a lot of looks because it's the Mark II body kit on it. So people, because they're quite rare now, especially in the colour that I've got here, people look and they think, well, I wonder what that car is. I've never seen that car before, especially like the younger teenagers and stuff, because they're more used to the new style of cars now that are around. I'll do a proper in-depth tour of this car, all the things that are wrong with it, that I want sorting, all the things that I want to do to it, all the things that I don't like about it, and I'll make some videos about these things and share it with you guys, because I'm sure that you all want to see about it, you want to hear about it, because I like it, so I want to share it with you. So see if you can hear it just being sat in here. It's a nice sound, isn't it? Nice V6 sound. I'll get some proper shots from outside for you that you can check out. Anyway guys, thanks for watching, and like I say, I'll be making more videos like this, well, better videos than this even, shortly, so you can see the car. Yeah, make sure that you subscribe, like the video, make sure you leave a comment as well, tell me what you want to know about the car, and I'll get back to you. Thanks for watching guys, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.